You walk into the store to buy one single thing. Maybe milk, maybe bread. You know exactly what you need. 40 minutes later, you are standing at the checkout with a cart full of things you never planned to buy, and you cannot explain how. You are not weak. You are not careless. You walked into a machine, a building designed down to the inch to separate you from your money. Every shelf, every smell, every song, every light was placed there on purpose. None of it is an accident. By the end of this video, you will see the whole machine. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You will walk in differently. So let us start at the door. The trap begins immediately. The moment you step inside, you enter what experts call the decompression zone. Retail analyst Paco Underhill named this in his book, Why We Buy. For the first few steps, your brain is still adjusting. From the parking lot, from the heat, from the traffic, to the bright, cold store. In these first steps, you barely register anything. You miss signs, you miss products. So stores put nothing important here. No real deals, no key products. It would be wasted on you. The store waits for your brain to wake up and focus. Only then does the selling start. And right at that entrance, someone hands you a cart. Not a basket, a cart. We will come back to why. Then the store turns you. In most countries, shoppers drift right, so the path curves right and pulls you counterclockwise. The most tempting, high-profit goods sit along that first right wall, where your attention is freshest. You think you choose your path. The floor chose it for you. Now, what greets you first? Almost always fresh produce. Bright fruit, green vegetables, flowers, color, fresh smells. This feels healthy. It feels good. And that is the point. When you start with something good for you, you feel like a good shopper. Researchers call this a health halo, and it quietly gives you permission. A few aisles later, that cookie feels more deserved. You were good, so now you treat yourself. The salad at the front paid for the candy in the middle.
Now think about the milk, the thing you actually came for. In almost every store, it sits at the very back wall. So do the eggs, the bread, the basics pushed to the far edge. That is not about convenience. To reach the milk, you walk past everything else. Hundreds of products line the way. And each one is a small invitation. A long walk for one carton is a long walk full of temptation. Now stop and listen. Hear the music? It is almost always slow. In 1982, researcher Ronald Milliman ran a study in a supermarket. He changed only the music tempo. With slow music playing, people walked slower through the aisles. They lingered, they looked longer, and reported sales rose by around a third. Slow songs feel calm and pleasant. Your feet slow down. Your spending speeds up. And notice something else. There are no clocks on the walls. Often no windows either. Like a casino, the store hides time from you. The longer you stay, the more you carry out. Now look at the shelves. Look straight ahead. The shelf at your eye line is the most expensive space in the store. It is called the buy zone. Brands pay huge fees, known as slotting fees, just to sit at your eye level. The cheaper, plainer brands get pushed to the top or down near the floor. You have to hunt for them. Now look down a little. The sugary, colorful cereal sits lower on purpose, right at a child's eye level, so the kid grabs it and asks you for it. And those displays at the aisle ends? They are called end caps. They feel like special deals. Often, the price is normal. The display alone makes it sell. Now back to that cart. Why a cart and not a basket? Marketer Martin Lindstrom studied this closely. When stores doubled the cart size, shoppers bought about 40% more. An empty cart feels wrong. It looks like you forgot something, so you keep adding until it feels full enough. The bigger the cart,
the more empty it feels. Then, halfway through, someone offers you a free sample. A warm bite, a small cup. It feels like kindness. Psychologist Robert Cialdini called it reciprocity. A small gift, and suddenly you feel you owe them back. And the easiest way to repay is to buy the product.
Now look at the price tags. Notice the numbers. Almost nothing is a round price. It is 9.99, never 10. It is 4.95, never 5. Your brain reads left to right. It sees the first digit, 9, and files it as 9 something. The price feels much lower than 1 penny should allow. This is the left digit effect. Studied by Thomas and Morwitz in 2005. Next to the price, you often see an old one, crossed out in red. It says, was 50, now 30. That first number is an anchor. Kahneman and Tversky proved how anchors bend your judgment. The 30 only feels cheap because the 50 came first. And then the round number deals. 10 for $10. You do not need 10, but the number sets a target and you reach for it. Here is a stranger one. Some items lose the store money on purpose every single day. The cheap rotisserie chicken, the milk sold below cost. These are called loss leaders. The store loses a little on them to pull you through the door, because once you are inside, you rarely buy just the chicken. You buy the sides, the drinks, the things with real profit. The bargain was the bait. The full cart was the catch. All of these tricks together have one famous name. In the 1950s, an architect named Victor Gruen designed the modern shopping mall. He built spaces that gently confuse you. Wide, open, slightly disorienting. The moment you lose your plan and start to wander has a name. The Gruen transfer. That is when impulse takes the wheel. You stop shopping with a list. You start shopping with your feelings. Gruen lived to regret it. He hated what his idea became. There is one more weapon, the sense of smell. The bakery sits near the door, pushing warm bread into the air. A hungry brain buys more. Some stores even add scent on purpose. Finally, the checkout. By now, the work is done. You wait in a slow line. And right at your hands, small shelves of candy and gum. Cheap, easy, grabbed without thought. One last push while you wait. So step back for a second. None of this is illegal. None of it is hidden. It is plain psychology aimed at millions of people. And here is the real point. This is not only about shopping. So much of your day is quietly designed this way. The feeds, the apps, the stores, all built to hold your attention and gently steer your choices. The only real defense is seeing the design. So next time, bring a list. Carry a basket instead of a cart. Walk the outer walls for basics. Round every 99 up to $1. You cannot switch the machine off. You can walk through it with open eyes. Now tell me in the comments, what is the one thing you always buy without planning to? Mine waits right by the register.